So I wanted to talk a little bit more about my seed starting setup. This is going to be my seed starting tray, and this is a 72 cell tray. I normally get something with like 48 cells, but this is what I had available at my local hardware store, so that's what I got. It's this hexagonal design, which the packaging states that helps the roots develop better. I have been using square cells for years, and plants have grown just fine, so we'll see if this actually does anything more for them. It comes with a closed bottom tray. Now, some trays do come with holes in them for water drainage, like in a greenhouse setting. So just be aware of what you're purchasing. If you're buying these not in a kit and just buying them separately, that some trays do have holes. And if you're indoors, you want a closed bottom tray because those holes will let water get everywhere. This one also came with a clear plastic dome, and this helps keep moisture in the soil as your seeds are germinating. Now, as soon as you do see some germination, some seeds starting to come up, then you need to take this off and get the lights on your plants. Now, to fill the seed tray, I'm going to be using an organic seed starting mix. It's important that you do get something that says specifically seed starting mix. Don't use or try to avoid using regular potting soil. This is a more finely sifted grade of peat moss, and so it just will hold water and help with root development better than a regular potting soil. If you can only find potting soil, that should be fine. What you need to never ever do is is just soil straight from your garden. That's too dense. It's not going to let water drain well. The seeds aren't going to grow very well in just straight soil. So you need something lighter, and really trying to find a seed starting mix is ideal. Now, I like to mix in worm castings, about 5%, 5 or 10%. So that's 1 cup of worm castings to 10 or 20 cups of the seed starting mix. This is a really light grade fertilizer. It's very mild. I think it's got like 0.5% of nitrogen in it. Seeds do not need fertilizer as they're getting started. Now, once they've been in the trays for about 3 weeks, the plants have been growing for about 3 weeks, they do need a very mild, light fertilizer. So maybe you dilute your fertilizer to 1/2 or 1/4 of what you would normally use in your garden, and that will help feed the plants, but they really don't need much. They start out, the seeds have plenty of nutrients for the growing plants for the first few weeks. I also like to use perlite on top of the seed starting mix. So I'll put the seed starting mix in the tray, I will put the seeds in, and then I will cover it with a light layer of the perlite. And this is supposed to help with preventing dampening off, which is a fungal disease that often kills seedlings, and so perlite is supposed to help with that. So this is what I've got for my setup, and I will show you the trays after I get them filled with soil and my seeds planted.